Hello and welcome to Fun Facts about Mike Huckabee. Today we're going to be going over 5 little fun facts about our potential presidential nominee.
Godless engineer, a conscious pioneer, a logic general, a reason brigadier. More bullshit from the pulpit. Meet me in the comment section and you get schooled, bitch. The Godless engineer.
Fact number 1. He's so pro-life that he'll risk a 10-year-old girl's life in order to force her to have a rape baby. Yeah. That's right. Recently, he was faced with a decision postulated to him by a news anchor that, would you still force a 10-year-old who was raped by her stepfather to still have a baby? Now, if you don't know, this is very dangerous for a 10-year-old child to do. To tell a 10-year-old child, hey, you got raped. You had to suffer through this horrible, horrible thing. And now you're going to have to suffer even longer through another more horrible, horrible thing that could possibly even take your life. He says that there are 2 victims in the case of an abortion with this particular child. One is the aborted fetus. He says that that's a victim, but he also says that the 10-year-old child is a victim as well. How, may you ask, is a 10-year-old child a victim of getting an abortion? Well, apparently, he foresees that the child is going to be very regretful of the decision later on in life. Like, my stepdaddy raped me when I was 10 years old, and I really think I should have had that child, so that now I can look back at this person that actually is my sister, but also my daughter, and think, I should have really had them. He apparently is now psychic, but he also goes on to justify his reasoning by saying that, he had a friend that if his mother had aborted him like she had wanted to, he wouldn't have been able to start this whole food drive thing and been able to help a whole bunch of people. Like, somebody else couldn't have come along and done that shit. Pure fact of the matter is that somebody else could have done the exact same shit that his friend had done. It didn't require his friend in order to get that done. It just so happened to be his friend. He says that there are no easy answers in this situation. No, Mike, there is a fucking easy answer. You get an abortion for this 10-year-old child. A child should not be having a fucking child. You demented, dense fuck. Fact number 2. He thinks that a cluster of cells that can be easily mistaken for an elephant or a dog deserves the same rights as the woman that it inhabits. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, how the fuck does he think that? Well, he feels that the 14th Amendment to the Constitution applies to fetuses while in the womb immediately at conception. Yeah, that point in every organism's life when it's just multiplying cells and it's trying to form a body? Yeah, that point when you can't distinguish it from anything else in the fucking world. Yeah, at that point, he thinks that should have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's what the 14th Amendment says. The third fun fact about Mike Huckabee is he thinks that that same cluster of cells should be eligible for due process. Again, you may be thinking, whoa, how the fuck do you come to that conclusion? Well, he thinks that the 5th Amendment should apply to the same cluster of cells. The 5th Amendment, if you don't know, applies to due process, that every American citizen should have the right to due process. My guess is that these particular opinions don't apply to illegal aliens, so fuck them, right? Let them go to Planned Parenthood. But it's just fucking ridiculous to think that a cluster of cells should have the right to due process. Now, if they have the right to due process and a fetus ends up killing a woman in the process of birth, does that mean that we can try that fetus for murder? I don't know. If they have the right to due process and they end up killing the mother during birth, maybe they should go to jail for that shit. Just saying. And every time that fetus is inside the mother's womb and they kick the mother, could that be considered assault? Could the mother take that infant or that fetus to court and sue that particular infant for assault and try to have that infant thrown or that fetus thrown into jail for assault. These are very legal and interesting questions that we are pondering. Thank you, Mike Huckabee, for making me think about this shit. I just need some alcohol. Fun fact number 4. Mike Huckabee thinks that volcanoes contribute more to climate change than humans do. That's right. After pulling this shit directly out of his rectum, he blatantly states that volcanoes contribute 100 times more carbon dioxide to the atmosphere than humans do, with no foundation in science or reality or anything to back up his claim. He just pulls this out of his ass. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, like, well, he's not a scientist. True, but don't you think that if you're not a scientist and you're running for office, maybe you should take advice from fucking scientists and the scientific community? Well, she should be disturbed. This guy's running for president, and he's got a pretty good backing. And just to actually throw some science in here, just to rest your nerves if you're actually worried about whatever Huckabee here is talking about, volcanoes emit about 0.26 gigatons of CO2 per year. Now, don't shit your pants just yet, because humans regularly, on a yearly basis, emit about 30 gigatons a year. Now, Huckabee said that on a 100-year timeline, volcanoes will emit more CO2 than humans will. Now, by my calculations, that's bullshit. In 2012, humans emitted well over 32 gigatons alone. So, Mike Huckabee, I think that you need to go back and research some facts before you open up that shithole you call a mouth. Fun fact number 5. To date, he has milked almost $3 million off his Christian supporters through multiple speaking engagements and whatnot, which is what, his primary source of income is now, which he pretty much panders to his Christian base. He has funneled that through, his own little public speaking company, if you will, and basically the revenue of that has been about $3 million. Now, at one particular speaking engagement that Huckabee gave, he was paid $24,500 for the speaking engagement. The speaking thing that he did was for a foundation that was set up by a man who tragically lost his brother in a drunk driving accident. Of course, the same foundation regularly likes to wrap up all of their various subjects to include alcohol-related subjects, sexual promiscuity subjects, all of that wrapped up in a nice Christian conservative message. But you would think that Mike might actually do this like for free or for the cause or to help out this foundation, but no, he charged almost $25,000 to give an annual speech. He gave another speech at some big money church place, and he took in about $20,000 from that. So, I guess if you're a church out there and you got a lot of money to spend on a speaker, you can get Mike Huckabee to come and sling some shit your way. But I say big money because the church that he spoke at wasn't exactly some, small rundown place that, he went and visited. No. This motherfucker owned about 11 businesses, and the last business that he sold for about 75 million fucking bucks. Anti-abortion organizations would pay him loads of money for speeches. These organizations would include Illinois' Right to Life, $16,500, Hope Center, $24,500, Cross Timbers Pregnancy Care Center, $18,000, Arkansas Pregnancy Resource Center, $35,700, Texas Center for Defense of Life, $24,000. This guy is a speaking mogul. Can you imagine getting paid this much money to just go someplace and fucking speak somewhere? I mean, holy shit, they're acting like the words that come out of this guy's mouth are made out of goddamn gold. They're really not. You're basically paying to hear what you want to hear. You can get the same shit by recording your own voice saying it. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Fun Facts about Mike Huckabee. Join me next time when we explore more fun facts about Mike Huckabee, because I got plenty more of this shit. Don't forget to go down below, leave me your comments. If you got some more fun facts, maybe some obscure ones that people don't know about, leave that shit down below. Link me up, let me know about it. Also, if this is your first time here, subscribe, motherfucker.